Hey guys, this is Joe Saint, along with Frankensleeve, coming at you with our first cooking video. And since this is my first time doing this, I'm trying to do something that I'm familiar with and pretty easy to cook up. And this is my low-carb barbecue sauce recipe that I found on the Low Carb Friends forum. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment. Let me know if you try out the recipe and if you liked it or not. I'd like to be better at doing this. I'd like to give you the content you would like to see. If you like recipes, let me know. If you don't like them, let me know as well. Thanks for watching. In the background, you can see the bag of Splenda Sweetener. This is the stuff you get off the baking aisle, but if you have the individual packets, you can use those as well. 1 teaspoon of Splenda from this bag is equal to 1 packet of the individual packets of sweetener. And you can see from left to right the ingredients. You're going to need a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. We're going to need some vinegar. I've used both apple cider vinegar and white vinegar. Doesn't seem to make a difference in flavor. I like them both. Frank's Red Hot sauce. I prefer to use Frank's Red Hot sauce in my recipe over the other brands like Louisiana hot sauce. Frank's seems to have more of a flavor that's stronger than the vinegar flavor. So Louisiana hot sauce is more vinegary, and I prefer Frank's Red Hot sauce. And then we have the yellow mustard. I'm going to use yellow mustard in there. That's just some plain yellow mustard. Then we're going to have to use some Worcestershire sauce. Then there's some liquid smoke. And next to that in the funky little bottle is lemon juice. And the last thing on the end is cayenne pepper. I like things a little bit warm, but not too warm. So be careful with the cayenne pepper. Depending on your taste, you'll have to experiment a bit making this recipe a few times to find out exactly how much cayenne and pepper and heat you like in yours. So before I get going, I just want to tell you that the secret to this sauce is heating it up for 20-30 minutes and then letting it cool down for 30 minutes to an hour, or better yet, put it in the refrigerator overnight. This sauce sometimes has a weird metallic taste to me when it's first heated up, but something magical happens while it's sitting in the refrigerator or sitting on the counter for an hour or so. The flavors just blend together and it really turns into a great tasting low-carb barbecue sauce. To give you a calorie comparison, I'm used to eating the Kraft BBQ sauce, which I buy at the store for like $1.25 for a little 16-ounce container. And that has, I believe, 60 calories per 2 tablespoons. In comparison, my low-carb sauce has about 5 calories per tablespoon, unless I modify it a bit using brown sugar, but this time I'm not using brown sugar. So we should get about 5 carbs per tablespoonful when this is all said and done. So let me pause this video and get on to the mixing. Okay, I'm back. And here we are at the pot after I put in all the ingredients. I've listed the ingredients below this video, so hopefully it'll be convenient for you. As you can see, it's got really good color. It's fairly thick. Let me show you the settings on my stove. Guess it's just above the low setting, about halfway to medium. I like to let mine warm up slowly so I don't have to stand here and watch it. I'm afraid if I put it on too high of a heat, I'll have to scrape the bottom of the pan. It'll scorch or burn some of the tomato sauce. I'm going to let this sit here. I'm going to put a timer on for about 20 minutes and come back and check it to see if it's bubbling yet. And I'll check back in with you. Guys, this is my 20-minute update. It's been about 22 minutes. And this is the kind of bubbling action I like to see in my sauce. The heat is still at the same level. And if I were to turn it up any higher, I risk burning the sauce and starting to splatter everywhere on my range top. I'm going to let this boil for about 20 more minutes. Then I'll turn the heat off and let it cool. Okay, I'm back again. It's been another 20 minutes. And as you can see, the sauce is looking really pretty. It's not bubbling right now. You know, I had to turn the temperature down a bit by 1 notch. Right after I did the 20-minute check, it started bubbling a little bit more than I liked. I was afraid of getting splattered. So I'll just give this a good stir. You can see how nice and shiny it is getting. It looks fairly runny right now, but that's only because it's so hot. It never will really thicken up a whole lot. As far as thick as a barbecue sauce that has sugar in it, it's not going to caramelize. So it's going to be fairly liquidy, but it will get thicker as it cools off. And I actually prefer it a little bit thinner because it will blend in with my pulled pork much better and more thoroughly coat each little bit of the pulled pork or chicken or whatever else I'm using. And it really makes a good dipping sauce as well. So I'm going to turn the heat off now. It's been on the stove top for a total of about 45 minutes. And it's good to go. Just need to let it cool off, let the flavors blend together, pour it up into a bowl or mix it in with your food. You're all set to go. And I will check back in again once I'm ready to pour it up and put it in the refrigerator. Okay, we're back again. Just want to give you the final rundown on this recipe. I've actually had this in the freezer for about 30 minutes or so to let it cool down real quick so I can film it and let you see how thick it gets. So this is not even near frozen. It's just cool to the touch. I tasted of it. It isn't quite there yet. It needs a few more hours of sitting in the refrigerator before all the flavors blend together the way I'm used to tasting it. But it tastes really good right now. Just wanted to show you a little bit about how thick it is. So you can see it's still fairly runny, not as runny as it was, and it does have some thickness to it. What you're seeing on the spoon there, that thick part is what I scraped off the sides. So that's not a good representation of how thin it really is, but you can see it's quite a bit thicker. It will thicken up even more in the refrigerator as more of the water evaporates, but it's always going to be a little bit thin compared to the bottled kind of barbecue sauce, simply because there's no sugar in this to caramelize and thicken it up. I guess if you wanted to, you could put in some cornstarch or arrowroot. That would thicken it up, but I like it just the way it is. I think it tastes delicious, and I hope you do too. Give it a try. It's pretty easy to make. It looks like it's got a lot of ingredients in the beginning, but once you start making it a couple times, you just automatically grab everything you need out of the refrigerator or off the shelf, throw it all together in less than 5 minutes, and set it on low. Let it come up to a slow boil or bubble. That's it. It's pretty simple to make. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment. Let me know if you tried out the recipe and if you liked it or not. I'd like to be better at doing this. I'd like to give you the content you would like to see. If you like recipes, let me know. If you don't like them, let me know as well. Thanks for watching.